tell me why we should have a creative network. Do you agree with this? Do you think it's important? Is it relevant? Or it isn't? No, we've got, that's why I on my own, I'm being honest, I cannot achieve the responsibilities that I've been tasked with if I don't communicate with the rest of the community. Doesn't make sense. Imagine you live in a house and you're not connecting with anybody. Yes.
I'm not an artist. I'm chair of the Waterloo Hill Arts Society. I have been was a teacher for 43 years. I understand how much the creative side of education has been cut back and cut back and cut back by our governments, which is a great pity because children these days are not prepared to have a go. It's got to be there and not out there. And as chair of the Arts Society, we do each year reach out to the community to support monetary wise with activities that can involve adults or children. And we sometimes find it very, very difficult to find people that fit our remit to support. And I've spent the last 12 months really pushing. We supported a dance family, man who had 5 children who were all very, very good ballroom dancers. Mum had died from cancer, and we supported them with nearly £1,000 to enter the British ballroom dancing in Bournemouth, and one of them came second in their division. So that was a really... And then we supported the art exhibition at the Tatnam corner at the church there. We provided the prizes for that. And then at Christmas, we provided 10 art packs. And when I say packs, there was a load of stuff in there for children to be able to be creative at home within a backpack. And I gave those to the food bank to distribute. But it's been very difficult for us to find people who want support. So in a network like this, I'm hoping that we might be able to find other needy causes to support.
Yes, and I hope I can be supportive in that as well. Yes, so that was Jen. You didn't tell us who you are.
I'm Jenny Jeffcoat, yeah. Live in Tadworth.
I would say, I think why it's so important is because being creative allows the brain to think in a different way. It takes you away from stresses, it takes you away from strains. It allows you to support your mental health in the sense of being free to express. And it's important to allow your brain to express the way that it needs to without constriction. So again, when you're in a role at work or you're in a school, you have to abide by certain rules and regulations. But when you're creative, anything can happen. You said the imagination can take on its own roles and it can deviate in different directions depending on what you're feeling, your emotions. So it's a really good way of allowing yourself to self-heal if you're going through something stressful, if you're going through something traumatic. So it's got a therapeutic benefit.
I think, yeah. Yeah. And us working together can help to reach not REACH, but REECH, other people. Is that correct? Yes. You didn't tell us who you are.
Oh. Sorry. I'm Karen Jones, and I'm the founder of Kind Teas, which is a herbal tea brand. Local.
I just say something. I can say something briefer, I think, than everybody else. But it's my observation that these days a lot of people are closing down with their interaction with social media, which dominates their lives. It's addictive.
Yes.
And it's not about personal expression, which can come from all sorts of artistic or creative activities. And I'm concerned for the future of children.
Absolutely.
Being actually not developing a sense of themselves and of being able to express something for themselves. So that's my take on it.
Because that lack of interaction is interfering with the brain again. The messages are, there are probably no messages there at all, because you're not, even that word resilient, I don't think many of them know what that means right now. For example, resilient, we need to wear a new dress or a new trouser, but it has something we don't want. But you have a skill, you know how to sew, so you can take off that part and add something else. I'm not sure many young people today know how to do that. Yeah, so I agree with you there. Anybody else? Yes? Oh, hold on 1 second. This lady has been very naughty again. Who are you, my darling?
I'm Diana.
Yes. And Diana is connected to the Banstead
Wildlife Field and the Horticultural Society.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm Kate. I'm a local writer. Nice to meet you in New York.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think one of the values of the network is that we can share things, so we can share ideas, share resources as well.
Yes.
I mean, thinking things like this amazing equipment that we've got here, we can come together and we can make more.
Yes, that's right. And that leads to fundraising. Because let me introduce a lovely young man at the door. This is my manager. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Craig, the Leisure Operations Manager for REECH Reigate Banstead Council. I was supposed to secretly just slide in and blend into the background, but Des has brought me to the forefront here. Thank you first of all for coming. I think, I don't know about the first part, I'm not sure much of the history that's gone on there, but arts development started about 3 years ago in Reigate Banstead through support from the NHS, and that gave us some funding, which gave us the ability to start that. But due to NHS guidelines and borderlines, it meant all of our focus had to be kind of down the south of the M25. And we're very fortunate to have got Debs on board where we can now broaden that horizon. And I think the main thing for me to say today is we've got great opportunities everywhere around in Tadworth and Banstead and Chipstead up here, but it needs support from people who've got those skills to help us take it to that next step. And there are so many people that need that access to the arts to help their mental health, their well-being, etc. But their possibilities currently aren't readily available. And if we can do something that makes that available, even if it's just to a few people, but the quality of that delivery is to the highest standard, then it's going to pay off for us. But this is Deb's here. Just a sign of witness.
Thank you. Anybody else? Come on.
Hello.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Guinea. I'm a local artist and we've been in this area for about 7 years. And for me, I think the biggest reason or the biggest benefit of networking, and especially in the creative industry, I always feel as a creative, it's a very isolated way to work, because when you're working on whether it's music, whether it's dance, or if I'm painting, you're always isolated, but you've got resources and you have skills, but then you are always limited in your own workshop or on your studio. But we always say this, that art is not science, and we don't have a set formula where you can just give this formula to somebody, you feed in your data, and that's it, you produce something. So as creatives, it's really important in comparison to any other industry that we come together, because all the skills and creativity that we bring from our heart, from our emotion, from our experiences, rather than the effect or the response that you can create, the impact that you can create in a society as an individual artist. So it not only get multiplied by two people coming together, it's like 1 and 1, 11. So networking does that with creativity. The impact that you bring with your creativity in the society would be multiplied multifolds, rather than just doing it as one person.
Absolutely, yes. Anybody else? Okay, one more. Yes.
My name is Miranda, and I'm a dancer, choreographer, teacher, and I now concentrate on teaching dance, fitness in and around the Banstead area in the mornings. So mostly my clients are retired, and I can really testify to the whole thing of how it improves not just their fitness but mental health and that community feel. So we always try and go for coffee after the classes, and I make time to go myself and just to get people connected so that friendships are developed. And we encourage creativity. I teach one of the classes formats I teach is set to songs from shows, from musicals, and people who love musical theatre really enjoy coming. And if they do different moves to me or they sing along, that's encouraged. And I've collaborated with show choir leader Angela, and we did a musicals night which I ran, and she came along as part of that. And I, particularly enjoy collaborating with other people who have the same passion. So it's exciting to hear what's happening in Banstead.
And I like the word collaboration. So I am not the paper, I am the glue. So my responsibility is to glue you all together, in a bad way. And you can now help to transform the community.